Welcome back to the No Shave Man Cave. We are going to be doing a review / recap of March 5th. I had to check the time. March 5th's AEW Dynamite. Man, some people took some pins tonight that I did not expect to take pins. Let's get into it.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, wrestling fans, and sports entertainment fans, welcome to the No Shave Man Cave. I'm Ellie Jair.
I am Jay Tilly.
Hey,
one and only.
Happy birthday to my sister, Shani. 5 March is her birthday, and shout out to her. And man, you shouted it out at the start. What in the actual, man, we got to get into this.
Yep.
Thank you, Sacktown, for a great environment, but what in the actual? Whew.
Yep. It was a good show. I'll give my final rating at the end, but there were some weird things on it for sure. It started off with another weird MJF thing. Like, why did we need to know he was walking around Sacramento? I thought that was weird. Especially when he ended up in the ring later in the show anyway. So that's how the show starts. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
But that was it. Him basically cutting a promo on Hangman. Not that the promo wasn't good. It just was kind of weird. Like, I thought we were going to see them both out in the street somewhere fighting, but they didn't do that at all. So it is what it is.
Yeah,
but we did get our first. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, yeah. As he backed up while he was talking and they showed the screen as it got extended a little bit, I was like, oh, we're about to have some action in the streets. Yep. And then we didn't see anything, but yeah, good call for, cause I thought the same thing. So
yeah, it was weird. It was as weird as the tattoo removal thing. But then we get into the first match, which is Adam Copeland, or Cope as he likes to be called now, versus Wheeler Yuta. Really good match. I thought this was a good showing for Yuta, who I think just
very
keeps improving.
Good. Yeah.
We talk a lot about like Julia Hart and Sky Blue and those who have improved in the women's division. I don't think we get enough credit to Yuta because that's another one that's just a young dude who's gotten in there and really improved his game. And then continuing to make strides. And he was in there hanging with Cope. Cope ends up getting the win, but in a twist, instead of taking him out with a concerto or something, shakes his hand and tells him he respects him. And that's what respect is like. And this is what it means to have respect. And so pretty different way to handle Yuta, because you've had the little sprinklings of the dissension with him ever since the Daniel Bryanson, whatever heck he goes by now, ever since all that was going on.
Yeah.
So, that obviously brings Moxley out. Moxley's all pissed off and, chases him back and says, you better keep walking, blah, blah, blah. So good stuff. Decent match. Good way to open the show. I like the setup because for a minute when I looked up, I thought I was watching a WWE show with Copeland coming down and the fans were so close, because AEW doesn't tend to do that on their walkways. Usually there's like a gap between the two. Yeah. So I definitely, I caught them. Oh, it looks good. What'd you think?
Yeah. It made me go back and look, and I've been, throughout the Northern California area and been to a couple different, shows throughout that area. And that venue is relatively small, and just the vibe though was awesome. And I love the energy of the crowd. The way it was set up, like you said, you come in and it's tight as right. And the crowd, I felt like the crowd was into it the whole night, and it was much different. The feedback that the wrestlers and the fans were giving each other seemed a lot different tonight.
Yep.
And I really appreciate AEW tonight for the show and the effort that they put in tonight. And great match, great back and forth. I think Wheeler Yuta has a really bright future. Probably needs to clean up the beard. a little bit. Looked like a bit of a castaway or
Yep.
Tom Hanks character. But like you said, great match, and led to a really cool break in character almost, as they even all the way to when they went back to behind the curtain, and Yuta pushed his face as he left the ring. So I'm excited to see how this whole thing unfolds, and great call by you, how Cope gave Yuta respect, much different than what he gets from the Death Riders.
Yeah. And I like that part. I have to back up a little, though, because I totally forgot the opening segment after MJF, which was the contract signing between Swerve, Strickland, and Ricochet. That actually opened the show after the MJF stuff, so my apologies. My notes were out of order. But basically, same good heel work from Ricochet, and he's doing such good heel work. They sign the contract. He goes to do a nice little stabby with his scissors, gets blocked and gets popped in his own head.
Oof.
Your standard sign a contract in the middle of the ring, somebody's going to get beat up. But was this the first time Ricochet's ever bled? I was trying to think back to like Prince Puma days, and I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe under the mask. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah, I don't think he bled, and if he bled, it would have been by accident against Velveteen Dream in NXT.
Oh, okay.
And,
I forgot the NXT stuff.
That would have been totally by accident, because NXT you generally don't get much color. But yeah, that's a good point. He seemed a bit disheveled as he kind of slid under the table. So that'll be cool to see how what does that do to the foundation of the character of Ricochet under a AEW umbrella. So that's good call by you. So we go from the contract signing, and we keep going back and forth, and Excalibur seemed a lot more involved than usual. And I don't know if it was with different commentators. Taz wasn't there. JR wasn't there. So we got to see we got to hear a lot more of Excalibur tonight than we do. And that may be a California thing too, which, he gets a lot of the indie rigmarole. But then, dude, we roll into the Will Ospreay Powerhouse, Briscoe, Orange Cassidy versus the bounty hunter, who's on loan, along with the Mark Callis family. And dude, let me tell you, I am not a Mark Callis fan. Don Callis. I'm sorry, Don Callis fan. But I tell you, that family and work, the freaking stinking heel work that they're doing, top shelf.
Absolutely.
Can't argue with it.
And this match was great. Just to kind of continue the story of, the Don Callis and the Will Ospreay stuff. Is Kyle Fletcher coming out? Like, Kyle Fletcher comes out at the end to just beat down Will Ospreay. And dude, did you see that brainbuster on the chair? What in the holy hell, man? That was sick.
That was some 605 TS, no kidding, WCW. Like, that was old school.
Yeah.
I hope they had someone on call, some trauma, somebody or other, because that looked real. And I don't know any good chiropractors or anyone up in that area, but if there is someone available, they need to hook up with wherever they had the wrestlers staying at, because my boy needs the magic hug and the Y strap extension, because that looked rough.
Yeah, it did, man. But I'll tell you what it also did. It sold me on a damn pay-per-view because I cannot wait to see
100%,
those
dude. Cannot
those two
wait.
guys in a steel cage match.
Hey, shout out to AEW getting the deal done with Prime.
Yeah.
Prime Video. I don't know what this will entail, if it's, part of the deal because you have Prime, or you're gonna, get the
I think
you're
you'll
gonna
probably have to pay for it.
purchase like so much more convenient. They were doing the Bleacher Report thing for a little while, and then they had the other situation set up between, was it Max or whomever. Great deal, super convenient. Kudos to them getting that deal signed. Put your money down. Ospreay, I'd say 10-1 that Ospreay comes out the victor.
Yep.
And but I wouldn't be surprised that 10% that they want to make Fletcher a made man. I wouldn't be mad at it because he looks the part. So
he does.
There's that.
He does. Then we get a quick backstage segment, basically plugging Queen of the Ring with Toni Storm. Excellent book if you've never read it and you want some history on women wrestling. Really good book to read. It was actually recommended to me by a friend of the channel, Thunder Rosa, and read it and showed it to my daughters. It's really good. Kind of shows the struggle. So I'm curious how much the movie is going to tell compared to the book. Probably not all the stuff that happened in the book.
How close they stay to it. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's worth a read, and go support the movie. It was it's a wrestling movie. We want wrestling more mainstream, so that's good stuff.
I love it.
And I apologize if this is out of order, but then we did, I believe, have the in-ring conversation with MJF and Hangman Page, where they are finally in the ring. Basically, you see MJF talking trash, and Hangman pulls up in the most un-cowboy looking truck I've ever seen. I think it was like a Rivian with some cow horns on it or something. Chases him into the building, and they end up in the ring and brawling. Decent brawl, and it ends with MJF threatening to light Hangman on fire, pouring lighter fluid on him, and getting to douse him, and security comes and saves him. So that's another one, man. I don't think this is going to be ended at the pay-per-view, but I want to see the match at the pay-per-view.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Getting the Rivian, it's environmentally conscious or whatever, even though they're strip mining in other countries to make the energy cells. But the horns on the Rivian, come on, son. But, great showing. It just shows like the visceral hatred between the two of them. And that alone will sell you on a pay-per-view. Just like you back it up, and Ospreay gets the win in the previous match. So now you're like, oh man, these guys really hate each other. And, now Fletcher's twice as mad against Ospreay because he got another victory against the Callis family. And you're right. I don't think the pay-per-view match is going to be a blow-off match. It's just going to compound the issue between MJF and the Cowboy or the Hangman, sorry. And dude, I hope they have their
that one will definitely go all the way up. Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I hope they have their premiums paid up for their insurance, because this is going to be rowdy and
yeah. I think they'll push that all the way to All In, and that'll be the big final blow off match.
Yeah,
whether it's blood and guts. I still think it's going to be a Texas death match because they're going to be in Texas, and that's a Hangman thing to do.
Yeah,
but what the hell is Hangman going to do to top the Swerve one where he drinks the dude's blood? Like, so
it's going to have to be X-rated.
Oof, yeah, several limbs or something. But it's crazy.
Christ, yeah.
All right, then we get into the women's match of the night, which was Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, against Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa. The match was good. I like the match a lot. I have a big issue with the end and the finish. As everybody in the wrestling world knows, there was some goofy shit that happened last week
Yeah.
on with Megan Bain and Penelope and all that, which fine. If the ladies worked it out in the back, that's fine. But if they went into business for themselves, it's a bad look. Well, then you pin Thunder Rosa. You let Megan pin Thunder Rosa. It's bullcrap, man. It was a bad call for me. It made her look bad, in my opinion. And it felt like they were burying her after last week and this week. It hurts. Like, that sucks because she's one of their top talents, I think. One of their best champions they've had. Technically never lost the belt. So bullshit ending to a really, really solid match. And it sucks because I'd love to see the four of these women work more together because I thought the match was good. And hopefully they will. Maybe that's the point. Like, they're still going to work together going forward. But I had a bad taste in my mouth on this one.
Or is this the story of David versus Goliath? So now they're booking her from underneath, and like
the struggling babyface,
right? So I would say, she shows up tonight. She's got the freaking awesome gear, much like what she wore when we were in Orlando. And I was just like, oh man, this is gonna be major hardcore. We're gonna go through, do the things. I think what they're doing is they're building up a baby face to eventually, and I think she would be a fantastic TBS champion. Oh, she's been a world champion. Correct. She has been a world champion, but she hasn't been the TBS champion. And, Monet has made the TBS championship very, very significant. And it's been top billing, it seems like, almost a year. And this could be a work or something that's setting the stage where Thunder Rosa now has a no kidding storyline of, oh, you think you can hold me down? Oh, you think you can do this? Okay, Megan, now Megan Bain, her gear, everybody's gear tonight looked to the nines. So that's going to give everybody everybody's even there. Everybody's skill set pretty much even. But now she's going to come in and be able to say with her lineage and the things she's done and the work that she's put in. She's been an NWA champion. She owns her own company. She's put in the work. She's returned from injury. She never lost the championship. And I'm over here taking L's. You don't understand what adversity is. Boom. Now she starts clocking the wins. And next thing you know, our girl is our TBS championship holder. And right. Dude, especially if it's in Texas, just like when she won the world title in San Antonio. Shoo! Still, probably my favorite women's match, if not my top 3 matches of all time. Or winning the world title against Britt Baker. So
it was good stuff. Good stuff. Then we go backstage because we got to put all the women together in one place. So we go backstage for a Tony Storm and Mariah May face off with Renee Paquette there, saying that no conflict. Well, first thing Mariah May does is spit in her face. They go back and forth. More driving to the, you made me do this and all that stuff. So excited to see that. It's going to be a fun match. I have not really a whole lot to say on this one other than I'm excited for this match.
Yeah.
Another match at Revolution I'm excited for.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, and just like what we saw when Max and Jay White got together. I mean, it's fun, great storyline. I love seeing Jay White. He hits his moves, he gets the win. Next slide. Yeah, I mean that's all you need. He gives him back his paperwork, and we move into the tag team match, and I'm here for it. So
yeah. I'm the best wrestler alive, and I got pinned in like 30 seconds.
Oh, by the way,
stuff on that. But yeah, then we get
parking.
Yeah. Can you? Never mind. Yeah, so then we get into the main event of the night, which is Okada and Ricochet. Never thought I'd see those two guys tag team together. Same with the other people, but with Brody King and Swerve Strickland. The main event, I mean, Jesus, with those four guys, if you didn't get a good match out of it, there's something going on that's funky. Great match, really good back and forth. And then in another shocker of the night, we see Ricochet pin Strickland. Yes, he hit him with the belt, and yes, he cheated, which he did the first time, which probably means he's going to lose at Revolution. However, it's AEW, they don't always do that stuff. So, and again, watching those two interact in the ring, I cannot wait for this Revolution match now. And I can't wait for Brody King versus Okada.
Yeah, all in all, I mean, great show, great match. The twists and turns, I think, it did what it was supposed to do. It's got you checking in for Sunday. It's got you getting hyped up for the show in July, because there aren't going to be too many blow off matches coming up. It's just going to strengthen storylines, and dude, AEW is starting to heat up.
I'm gonna hit you a curveball question real quick.
Uh-oh.
We talked about go home shows on our Uncut Unfiltered. Check that out. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet. It's in the comments. Really good conversation. But this is a go home show to me compared to what WWE did before Elimination Chamber. The shows they put on before. Now here come all the dislikes on our video. But before Elimination Chamber, I wasn't that hyped up about it, and I was just like, "Meh." This is what we talked about, though. This was action throughout the show. This was driving storylines with promos, but they weren't 30-minute promos. It was a promo that led to somebody almost getting lit on fire. It was a promo with somebody getting spit in their face, progressing the story to get us hyped for the show.
Right.
So what do you think? Was this a better go home show?
I think if we're sitting around and we have script writing 101, this is a great framework to sell you on a pay-per-view that shit have to pay for.
Yeah.
And if we're talking go-home shows, we're talking Peacock. I have a subscription to Peacock, and it's $9 a month. So I'm not having to dole out 50, 60, $70. So that may be the level of effort that's going into it. Well, Netflix and da-da-da. Dude, come on, son. You're trying to get people to buy tickets to fly to Vegas. You've got people trying to buy tickets to fly to, pick a city internationally for some of the PLEs. So great job to AEW. Shout out to Tony Khan. Even in, some of the weird booking where we saw friends of the show take L's, I think eventually it's going to make sense, and we're going to see some David versus Goliaths, and we're going to see some titles get merged. We're going to see new champions crowned, and this Mariah May, Tony Storm, I can't freaking get enough. So,
how many beards? What'd you give it?
Dude, I slapped that sucker with 4, hit him with the Quattro. Dude, great show. Super excited. Shout out to the crowd in Sacktown from the Bay Area and back down. Great show. So much fun. Great, cool. Very cool.
And it's funny, I gave it a 4, and I think that's why my notes were so messed up, because the show went by so fast.
It was very fast.
And I started looking at my notes going, I'm like, I think I missed something. No, that happened here. So it ran through really good. It was a fun experience. I loved it. I thought it was a great show. I did 4 beards myself.
Hell yeah.
Let us know what you gave it down in the comments below. Check out some of our other videos. Make sure you like, share, subscribe so you can still come see our reviews and recaps as we do them and knock them out. Are we doing a Revolution watch along to Sunday? I would like to.
I know a guy who wants to as well.
Revolution watch along. We're going to knock that out. So check that out too. We'll live stream Revolution, not the show, but us reacting to it and watching it on TV, because it would be totally illegal if we did that. Maybe we'll watch it on Prime and see how it checks out. I might see what happens. Presentation's like. Yep.
All right. Startup company.
Yep. Follow us wherever you get your social media from. On Twitter, we are No Shave Man Cave. On Facebook, No Shave Man Cave. Insta, the NSMC_podcast. Check us out, audio version, wherever you get your podcast from. No Shave Man Cave. Like, share, subscribe to this channel. Watch all our videos. We need to watch ours. Please. We appreciate everything you guys do. We're up to almost 7,000 subscribers to the channel. I appreciate every one of you. All right. Hot tag out, brother. Take us home.
Yeah, buddy. Got some new followers getting sending messages over there to NSMC Podcast and to the No Shave Man Cave Instagram and, wherever you get your podcast. So thank you so much. We had Felicia hitting us up with a keep doing what you do. Thank you so much, fellow Bella Woodswoman. I don't know how to say that. So thanks, Devil Dog, for the follow and the love. So, hey, to all of our brothers and sisters in arms, thank you for what you do. Keep doing it. To our first responders, nothing but thumbs up. And I know you got a hell of a job. So keep doing what you do. And until next time, thanks for checking us out here in the No Shave Man Cave. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll see you on the floor.